Welcome back to Tabletop Tactics. Today we see the Ultramarines, guided by Chief Librarian Tigirius, bear down upon the forces of the Ulthwe and the legendary farseer Eldrad. This Maiden World's battlefield is made using the awesome Gothic Sector Eldar terrain, coming soon to GF9's Battlefield in a Box range. Will the dire portents of Tigirius' vision spell doom for the scions of Ultramar, or will the Imperium's fist crush the spirit stones of the Aeldari?
Citizens of the 500 worlds, rejoice! For Tigirius is here with his brothers of the second company of Ultramarines to cleanse this maiden world of Aeldari filth. And he is leading a unit of Blade Guard who are going to be safely ensconced within the ceramite hull of an impulsor. And speaking of impulsors, I have a second one in my list, this time with a unit of 5 Hellblasters who are going to be shooting out of the top of it. I also have a unit of 3, yes, you heard that correctly, 3 Invictus Warsuits. These are fantastic for scouting and pushing up the field and hopefully giving the Ultramarines some much needed board control. High in the skies, jumping out of Thunderhawk gunships, I also have 2 units of Plasma Inceptors. And speaking of deep strike, I have 5 Terminators led by a Terminator captain, so they will be able to re-roll charges on the turn that they teleport onto the battlefield. I also have a jump captain who has a loyal throng of 5 assault intercessors with him who are very eager to cleave Aeldari into bits. Now on to the real firepower section of this list. I have a Ballistus Dreadnought, which is going to be giving some much needed fire support with las cannon and crack missile. And I have some really fearsome close range fire support in the form of Eradicators. Now, saving the best till last, you'll notice that Malum Kado has made an appearance straight out of the bolt gun video game. I'm going to be running him as a lieutenant with combi weapon. He is a last survivor, and hopefully he's going to be doing some really heroic stuff in this mission. So there you have it, 2,000 points of Gladius Task Force Space Marines ready to purge this world for the Emperor.
We have read the stars for millennia, and we have seen the way. This maiden world must be protected against this Astartes incursion at all costs. Ulthwe are here, headed up by Eldrad, or E-Drizzle, as I like to call him. I'm actually going to be running the Guardian Battle Host. I did run one recently, which is the Seer Council detachment. Now I want to see what the Guardians can do in an Ulthwe flavoured list. So Eldrad is the Warlord, and accompanying him is a deadly Council of Warlocks, which turns out to be a pretty spicy unit, so hopefully they're going to be cool in today's game. We then have 2 more Warlocks on foot. Now these are quite interesting. I've given them a couple of enhancements from the detachment, one of which is Protector of the Paths, and the other of which is Ethereal Pathway. Ethereal Pathway allows me to infiltrate 2 Guardian units. That's pretty cool. And Protector of the Pathways allows me to do an Overwatch for free and hit on 4s. So both of these Warlocks will lead 2 units of 10 Defender Guardians, and those Defender Guardians, I have a Bright Lance in that squad and a D-Cannon support platform, because I've not tried that in the new codex yet either, so they can infiltrate forward and do some serious damage with the D-Cannons. So let's see how that goes today. We then have another 4 units of 10 Defender Guardians. They are Warlockless, or Maidenless if you're an Elden Ring fan, but that's okay. They'll just be doing shenanigans and shooting with their Shuriken Death. Then I have some nasty stuff. I have 3 units of 2 Warwalkers. Ouch. Now what I've done is I've given 2 of them Bright Lances, and I've given 1 of them Star Cannons. I've not necessarily optimized the loadout here across everything. The other 4 units of Defender Guardians just have a Shuriken Cannon, because I'm trying to not like just do Bright Lance spam. But I want to see how the list does in a sort of balanced take in an Ulthwe flavored theme. Then for some more Guardian love, I've got a unit of 6 Wind Riders with Shuriken Cannons, and they are headed up by a Warlock on Skyrunner as well, because that's really cool. That brings the list to 1985 points. I've got some change spare. Not sure how the Guardian Battle Host is going to do. I had a lot of fun running the Seer Council before, but it does feel Ulthwe to me. Time to kill some Astartes. We're here, the battlefield is set. Speaking of which, this gorgeous Gothic Sector Eldar is here today. Sent to us by Gale Force 9, Battlefield in a Box. Thank you very much. This is pre-painted. You can get it real soon. I suggest you do. We like it, don't we?
We do, very much. Beautiful.
Yeah, it makes a really good maiden world.
Yes.
What doesn't make a really good maiden world are your Astartes.
Indeed.
How dare you set your foot here, sir?
Yes, well, I have been spent a lot of time late into the night reading Gilliman's treatises on how to wage war on the perfidious Eldar.
Right.
So brace yourself.
I am braced. Okay. Where is half of your army, sir?
Half of my army is in Deep Strike. I've got the Inceptors, the Assault Intercessors in Deep Strike. I also have 2 units of the Melter Lads.
Eradicators.
The Eradicators, they are also in reserve. And Terminators in Deep Strike as well.
Okay, very cool. I have nothing in Deep Strike, but I have infiltrated these 2 units of Guardians because my enhancement has allowed me to do so.
Yes.
I've also rolled up first turn. Ooh. So we have some scouts to do, and then you can do some scouts. So we'll be right back.
Today's video is brought to you thanks to the support from our on-demand members. It's due to their amazing support that we're able to produce shows just like this one. As well as supporting the channel, our members get access to at least 2 additional battle reports every week, as well as full codex reviews, painting tutorials, 10 multi-episode narrative campaigns, all of our competitive 40k league games, and so much more. And we add to our library of content every single week. You can join our on-demand community today by downloading our app or heading to the website. And right now we have an introductory offer for new customers, so there's never been a better time to join on demand. Thanks for watching. Let's get back to the show.
Okay, so the game has begun, and I've drawn containment and secure no man's land. Given my infiltrating shenanigans, I might be able to do the secure no man's land. Containment, I can do for maybe 1.
I understand.
Okay, do you understand?
Understand.
I also have gained an extra CP, forgive me, because Eldrad's on the board, and that's what he does.
Excellent. You might notice skulking behind that rock over there, Malum Kado, and he has decided that this is the priority objective.
Okay.
So for as long as he's alive, I'm going to be re-rolling 1s to wound around that bun fight.
I understand.
Slaughter
okay.
in the centre.
Okay, as long as he's alive, you say.
That's indeed correct.
Thanks for the advice.
Oh dear.
The Warwalkers move out here. One of them will be able to draw a line of sight to that Invicta. The other one will not. This Guardian unit, which incidentally has the special Overwatch enhancement, moves here so that I'm within 9 inches of the battlefield, and then they will do containment. These Warwalkers just move forward slightly so that both can see the Invicta. Going to spend an agile token on this Guardian unit to do swift as the wind, getting an extra 2 inch to their move. Speedy boys. And they are going to move, taking this objective. And of course now they can see that Invictor. Hello.
Which would love to toast them, but unfortunately Fog of War is active. No core stratagems are allowed.
This unit of Guardians will now just move forward normally. Also bringing to bear a hefty shuriken cannon. This unit will just spread out a little bit, coming around here for future turns. These Warwalkers move down here. They can draw some line of sight on Tigirius' Impulsor. And these jet bikes will also flit over, also looking at that Impulsor. This unit is moving over here to get within 3 of the center, and will then do the terraform action on the central objective. Eldrad and the Seer Council move here, ready to deal with any enemy incursion. Finally, under the command of Eldrad, these Guardians also scatter out, anticipating the deep strike of the enemy. I'm going to begin some shooting, everyone. I've got a fusillade of Bright Lance.
I was afraid of this.
We shall target our lance against this battle tank, the Impulsor. So we have 4 Bright Lances here because they come with 2 a pop. That's very exciting. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 in fact. 3 pops.
You hit me all the time. Oh, three times.
No, yeah, I hit you 3 times.
I was worried. I'm toughness 9.
If you were on an objective, I would have gotten to a +1 to hit with this detachment, or if I was within 3, but I'm not. Toughness 9, you say? I understand. That is just the 1 wound.
Okay.
My AP would be 3 here. I feel like I might need to use a SUP on that.
Okay.
Although I do have a lot. Yeah, I'm going to use a CP on a single reroll.
I understand.
To wound here. Not that it matters.
Okay, so I've got, with the cover, with the Fog of War, I've got a 5-up save.
Yes.
Here we go. He's all right.
Excellent
The
work.
Emperor protects.
Lovely. Okay, that's them. It's now the Wind Rider's turn. So we have failed to damage the Impulsor, but we do have another torrent of shuriken cannon fire from the Wind Riders. You are the closest eligible target. They cannot see anything here, so I'm re-rolling hits.
I see.
6s are lethal hits. Okay, so we've got 3 lethal hits.
And you're re-rolling everything?
I'm re-rolling everything here today.
Oh my word.
Yes, this is their cool rule.
Got a few more lethals?
That's 2 more lethals, so that's 5 so far.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll see if I can wound you normally.
I'm toughness 9.
I understand. That will be only another 2 wounds. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds.
Okay, AP?
The AP is 1 on a shuriken cannon.
So down to nothing because
I do ignore cover because of the warlock leading them.
Okay, cool. So 4 ups.
AP 1.
Pause! Oh, that's terrible.
Okay. That's 2, 4,
through.
6, 8, 10 damage. 10 damage from the shuriken cannon.
Well, I've got 1 wound left. That's how it's done.
Nice. With 1 wound remaining on the Impulsor tank, the star cannons launch round after round into its hull before it explodes in a conflagration of death. Sadly, however, Tigirius' psychic shielding allows the Blade Guard to emerge unscathed. The Bright Lance Walkers on my left flank, one of them is able to target the Invictor, but the round bounces harmlessly off the Invictor's chassis.
Glory be to the Emperor! Faith is my shield!
Okay, now I've got a Guardian squad which is on an objective, so my detachment rule is going to go off now, so I'm hitting you with a +1 to hit.
Okay.
I'm firing at your Invictor. This is the salvo of shuriken fire, including the one manning the D-cannon.
Okay, Lawrence, as the Impulsor demonstrated, faith can only get me so far, so I am going to do Armour of Contempt now.
I understand. Okay.
1 CP.
So I'm hitting you on 2s.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, there's no lethal or anything like that to worry about, but
That's
I've got a
tremendous
nice
relief.
spread of hits, but I do need 6s to hit with these.
Okay.
Now I've got an additional AP because the Wall Walker did light you up, so to speak. Hit you before, so I'd be I'm effectively -1 now. So that's 2 saves at effectively -1.
Okay.
For your Armour of Contempt.
With my Armour of Contempt.
Yes,
so
please.
2 4-ups, here we go.
Yep.
One
Take
goes
1
through.
wound. Okay. I then
Is
have
that just 1 wound then?
yeah. I then have D3 D cannon shots. 1. It does hit you because I hit you on 2s.
Yes.
And it does wound you.
Okay. What's the
Okay.
AP?
The AP, my friend, is 4.
Okay.
Well, actually, it'd be 5 because
Okay.
of so actually, you won't get a save.
You're not going to let me roll any dice then?
No thanks, actually.
Okay.
You know, just no, actually. So you've already lost 1 wound.
I have.
D6 plus 2 damage. It's 6 damage in total.
That's not very nice.
No. I also have a Bright Lance in that unit.
Yes.
That's a hit. He shoots. He scores. This is effectively minus. You'd need a 6. You fail. This is D6 plus 1 damage. Oh, Ed. Well, that would be. I think you're just dead.
Don't
Ed.
blow up. I don't blow up.
You're deady, Ed.
I fall apart in a pile of armoured pieces, which
Yeah.
all are contemptible.
Yeah, well, I guess the old D cannon just set it off. That's my turn. But actually, you did get a 6-up save against that D cannon because of Armour of Contempt.
Yes, I did check. Unfortunately, I rolled a 5.
Yeah,
so
we
it
did
didn't make
roll
any
it. You rolled a 5.
Never
So he is still sadly destroyed.
He's very dead.
That said, I've managed to do containment with the Guardians down
Nice.
here for 3 victory points.
Okay.
I've also managed to secure No Man's Land for the maximum 5 victory points. I've also managed to terraform this central objective. That'll give me some points later, not now, but later. That's it, it's my turn done. It's your turn actually now, Ed. Let's see how you do.
The Ultramarines, turn 1. It's time to strike, brothers. Right, the Oath of Moment target are the Wind Riders. I don't like the look of them at all. I'm going to shoot them out of the sky. I've also drawn Extend, Battle Lines, and Recover Assets. Extend is good for me. Not too sure about Recover, but it is turn 1, so I don't need to worry too much. It's also worth noting that I am enacting Assault Doctrine.
Ooh, advance and charge.
Advance and charge.
Ouch.
Boom, boom, boom. The Ballistus moves onto the home objective and scans for targets, whilst Tigirius and the Blade Guard squad move up, advancing into the centre, hoping to get a charge off later on. It's the Invicta Warsuit phase. It's coming around the mountain. Here comes one Invictus, hoping to incinerate some Guardians and maybe get a charge off. And the second Invictus is going to clonk, 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 clonk round here to lend his brother Walker some fire support. The Impulsor Hellblasters, thrumming with anticipation, move around this Xenoflora. The shooting phase.
Yes.
I've been looking forward to this. Right, the Impulsor has already fired its crack missile at one of your walkers.
Yeah, but it came off the power field.
And the rest of the Impulsor shooting is going to go into that unit of Guardians.
Yes, I'm going to spend a CP now on shield nodes, which will mean that it's a -1 to wound me, I'm afraid.
Okay, okay. Meanwhile, the Hellblasters, firing out of the top of the Impulsor, are going to draw a bead on your Wind Riders. I am supercharging, I am hitting on 3s, but they are oathed. It matters a little bit. Yes, okay, all the hits, 2s. Oh, we just dropped 1. That is pretty good. So that's 4, 6, 7, 8. That's 9.
3, 6, 7,
9
8, 9.
AP.
6 up in vulnerable saves.
AP 3.
And the unit is toast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 failed saves.
Any of the... oh no, they're all good. It's not that hazardous. Everyone is safe.
Ouch, you gave me hell.
The Stubber and Stormbolters did manage to fell a single Guardian.
However, I will use my free fadeback move on the Dire Avengers, or the Guardians even, and I managed to get a 3, which will tuck them over this way nicely, at least getting them out of line of sight of that Ballistus.
The Ballistus is going to split its fire. The frag missile is going to go into that Guardian unit over there. I rolled big here, and I'm getting blast. Oh, very nice. And my Ballistus rule means I get to re-roll these.
It's very cool.
Which is very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. Nice. So they all hit. And I'm wounding on 3s because I'm strength 5. Oh gosh. So that's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 wounds, no AP, and you are going to get cover.
Did you say 12? 11. 12?
11.
11.
11.
Okay. Right. I get cover, so I get 3 up saves, incredibly. But you do down 5 of them despite that. Ouch.
Not bad at all. Excellent. Right, we move on to the last cannon now.
Yep.
Which is going to try and take out that Walker. Boom! I do hit you twice, don't need to re-roll. Wounding on 3s. They do both wound.
Okay.
They both wound at AP 3.
Oh, 1 save.
Oh, nice.
And that goes through.
It would be D6 plus 1 damage. It's
5 damage. Not quite enough to destroy him, unfortunately, but
a little tickle.
1 wound left. I will fade back with both units. The Defender Guardians get to do it for free, and I will spend a battle focus token on the War Walkers to also move them.
Cool. The Invictus ignores the Guardians to his front and assails the Walkers to the rear, destroying the ailing 1-on-1 wound and doing another 3 damage to the other squadron member. The second Invictus split its fire, plinking off 3 wounds from one of the Walkers, and unfortunately its incinerator failed to do any damage to the Guardians. 2 important charges, one of which you've made quite difficult for me.
Well, the Warlock gives you a -2 to charge.
Yes, so that Invictus, despite looming over the Guardians, will need a 7.
It's perfectly doable.
Here we go.
Perfectly doable.
It
4, 5,
is
6,
a 7.
Spot on.
Okay,
well done.
very good. Now this is the one that I'm really worried about. My Blade
this is
Guard.
a 6 though.
This is a 6.
This is easier.
It is easier. They're going to be running through this arch here.
Yes.
It is
Of course.
a 5. Of course it is.
Of course.
I will be spending
the
my
easy
CP.
one is always the one that fails. You can't, I'm afraid.
I can't.
Which for the same reason why you should have had a pop-up come on
Fog of
screen.
War.
Yeah, I couldn't have done the re-roll. Luckily, we it didn't do anything to you anyway earlier, so that's why I'm still on 2 CP. No rerolls in the first battle round.
At least they're relatively safe behind that cover, one would think.
Yeah.
Invicta Warfist!
Shield notes!
Okay, so I will be hitting you on 3s and wounding you on 3s now with that
Yes.
node active.
Oh,
that is a
you
disastrous!
hit it once!
You
Oh
tricksy Eldar! So tricksy! So slippy and
Oh, the
sliding!
shield note didn't even do anything!
Yeah, I do.
Right, you've wounded. You've
Yeah,
wounded once.
it's AP2.
Okay, I understand.
Squash!
One.
3 damage!
Helmet is crushed.
Yeah.
Ouch, absolutely brutal. Weirdly now I get to hit you back. Maybe my Witchblade can do something.
Slippery Eldar! Oh, they're tricksy.
They are.
They're very tricksy. Well, I killed the Wind Riders, which felt
You did.
good. I didn't quite manage to do as much damage with the Invictus on that flank, and the Blade God did fail a charge. But not all is lost. I did manage to extend my battle lines a little bit.
Yes, you do have that central objective from me.
I am going to recover assets to give myself a
So you need to
CP.
get a CP. Okay, I've stolen this objective back. Now I could spend a CP because the end of your fight phase to pick a Guardian unit's not in engagement range up and then put them into reserves and then they'll come back on fully strong. But if I do it with that unit which lost 5, I will lose that objective, although I will still be holding 2. I think though, I'm going to do it.
You're going to do it!
I'm going to spend a CP because I just want to get 5 Guardians back and then bring them on and show it off.
Very cool. Very Gene Stealer cult. if
It
you
is,
ask me.
yeah. Well, this is an interesting little conundrum here. I've got defense stronghold, that's fine. Got no prisoners, so being incentivized to kill some people.
Is that a conundrum?
This turn. It is really,
In the game of
because
Warhammer?
I'm thinking I might only kill the 1 unit, but maybe I'll get lucky and kill a couple. Who knows? We are going to spend a battle focus token to move these an extra 2 inches, because why not? These War Walkers will move into a better position so that I have a couple of tasty targets that I can pick from. The Star Cannon wielding War Walkers. Hello, Mr. Kado. Fancy seeing you here.
Evade, survive, endure. Oh, don't like the look of this.
Eldrad and his Seer Council move around these ruins here, and he eyes up the Invicta, and he puts Doom on it for a +1 to wound. This Warwalker will just tuck in behind the ruins here, looking at the Invicta Warsuit. Okay, we have some Guardians here now, entering the ruin, and now I will send a Battle Focus token on Flitting Shadows. I'm going to fall back with this unit, and I've now brought in my Strategic Reserves units. With the cost of victory, they now have 5 Guardians restored to their ranks, and they are eyeing up the Blade Guard.
Captain Artemis has entered the field, rapidly ingressing with 5 assault intercessors.
What? Not Artemis? Right, let's get this off with just a little amuse-bouche of 2 Bright Lances into your Invicta. The amuse bang-bouche, am I right? Right, hitting you on 2s because of my detachment rule, and you're on an objective.
An elegant weapon
That's 2 hits.
from a more civilized age.
Yes,
The
yes, the
bang-bouche.
laser lance. Yes. Now I'm wounding you on 2s, not that matters because of Eldrad's Doom. I wounded you in style.
2 6-up saves.
2 6-up save, sir. You've done 1.
I've done 1. How much damage?
It is D6 plus 2.
Ooh.
Now that is just, what's interesting about that, Ed, is that's 1.
Yeah, but you add 2.
So I add 2. Now I can use a CP to re-roll the damage.
fog has lifted.
I will. Now that's a 6. And then I add 2, making it 8 damage.
I'm still alive on 3 wounds.
Okay, I'm going to actually try and attempt to finish this in style. Eldrad will attempt to Mind War the Invicta.
Oh my goodness. Get out of my head!
To hit.
What does this mean?
It means that, unfortunately, I might be able to psychic you to death. I do get, through my own doom, I now wound you on a 4 or more. It's a 6 again? It's a 6
Are you about to
6?
pull my brain out of my ear holes?
You will get a save. It's -2 AP.
5 up. My brain!
Now, here's the thing, Ed.
Here it
it's
is.
D6 damage.
Okay.
On the roll of a 3, 4, 5, or 6, that pilot's mind is scattered into the warp. Now, what's interesting about that is I rolled a 6, followed by a 6, followed by another 6.
Yeah, I think that's your quota of 6s for the afternoon, if that's all right.
I was just warming up, actually. Does he blow up?
Oh, yes. Does he blow
some sort of
up
psychic
inexplicably?
maelstrom?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. Well, Eldrad, you've done really well. Oof. We're opening with the star cannons from my War Walkers into Tigirius and friends.
I was afraid of this. So was Tigirius.
Okay.
He is going to give that unit -1 to hit. That's his ability.
Right, his presence. So it will go back to 3s to hit you. Okay, we do, in fact, drop 3.
Okay.
Very nice.
Right. I'm toughness 4.
Toughness 4, so this is 2s to wound you. That is 5 wounds, Ed.
5 wounds.
Star cannons with strength 8.
4 up and vulnerable save. Oh, I dropped 3.
Okay, no worries. So
Kill
that's
1.
2 damage. So I kill 1 and I put 2 damage on another.
Okay.
More importantly now, because of my crystalline targeting matrix, what happens is you get an additional AP now for all other Aeldari units this turn. Spending 1 CP on the stratagem warding salvos, that enables my reserve guardian units to re-roll the wounds against the blade guard. And with all the shuriken cannon fire, the D cannon and a bright lance, we kill a further 2 blade guards. The guardian unit holding my left flank objective then unleashes a salvo of shuriken cannon fire, murdering another of the blade guard with a well-placed shuriken cannon shot, putting another round into the chest of another, leaving him on 1 wound. Well, this is really it. It's getting close now, isn't it? So this guardian unit is also unleashing into Tigirius and friends.
Yes, it is time for Armour of Contempt, because they are in cover as well. It's actually worth me doing it this time.
Yep, yeah, because you will actually end up having a 3-up save.
Yep.
Despite the -2. So, Guardian's final salvo here, hitting on 3s despite your -1 because of being on an objective.
Despite seeing them all coming. That's a good roll there.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Force to wound.
No re-rolls here because I'm not using the warding salvos. Strat.
Ooh, it's strong.
4s, it's 3, it's 4, 5, it's 6, it's 7 wounds.
7.
Mr. Ed.
3 up.
7 3-ups.
Hiya! Okay, so
Right.
I do lose.
It kills 1.
You kill
he's on
1,
1 wound. It
and
puts 1 down to another 1 down to 1 wound, and then I've got a shuriken cannon. Can I finish him? It's 2 hits.
Yeah.
And I can't re-roll the wounds. So one's alive on 1 wound.
We've got this, Tigirius.
Well, I was going to go for your ballistas, but given that there is still a blade guard alive.
On 1 wound.
Yeah, 1 wound. I'm going to put 4 bright lances into that unit.
I understand.
From the War Walkers.
No prisoners, eh?
I'm hitting you on 3s because of your -1. So that is 3 hits. So that's already made a difference. Okay. It's 3 wounds, it's strength obnoxious 12. Okay. Onto your invulnerable save, sir.
Well, I'll need to do these one at a time.
I understand.
The first one is
He's
alive.
good.
The second one is dead.
So the blade guard's dead. Now the last one's on Tigirius himself.
Who also has a 4-up invulnerable. I am going to spend a CP to re-roll that.
Okay. Okay, he's all right. But I do get 2 points for no prisoners.
Yes.
Well, that's my turn. I'm in progress for Defend Stronghold, and I did kill 2 units in the end for no prisoners. So that's 4 victory points for me. However, you've got like half an army, which is about to arrive.
Yes.
Because you put half of it in Deep Strike in reserve, so this is about to be really painful.
Time for some vengeance.
Yeah.
Well now. I've got a good draw here.
Yes.
Overwhelming force.
Yeah.
Engage on all fronts.
Oh, that's perfect.
Codex Astartes tells us this much. A few little bits here. I do want to kill these Bright Lance War Walkers here, so I'm going to Oath of Moment them.
Okay.
But at the moment, all of the troops coming on are frantically scribbling this on bits of parchment paper.
Yes. Engraving it into bolt rounds.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed. They're very good at this.
Yeah.
That's why they're actually late to the battle. The Assault Intercessors here are going to spend a CP to go into Assault Doctrine.
Okay.
Hopefully get a charge off later on. But that's enough chat. Let's kill some Eldari. Assault Intercessors and Artemis plunge into battle using Assault Doctrine. The Invictus Warsuit, spying his beleaguered brother Kado, advances towards the Guardians. Dun, dun, dun.
But wait, I spend 0 CP on the Protector of the Paths, which allows me to Overwatch for free. Multiple Shuriken Catapult shots, a D-Cannon and a Bright Lance erupt into the chassis of the Invictor sadly only doing 1 wound.
The Hellblasters open the hatches, scanning for targets as the Impulsor rumbles forward.
Down! Dun, 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 dun. Get some, Xenos!
Arriving on foot, thump, 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 the Eradicators hove into view. With a lightning snap, teleportation complete. The Ballistus, he's going to send it against those Warwalkers. It is the Oath of Moment target. We have entered the field. I do re-roll.
You do.
Because it is my Oath of Moment target. Okay.
Okay.
That's 2 hits. Looking for 2s. That is indeed a wound.
Right.
That's 2 at AP 3 with the Ballistus
Our
Lascar.
invulnerable power fields. 1 saves.
1 save, D6 plus 1 damage.
Ooh.
7 damage.
1 is obliterated.
The crack missile. Let's fire a few more. Oh no, there was 1 hit there.
Yes.
Okay, that's 2 hits, barely. And 2s again. 1 doesn't, unfortunately, but that is 1 wound at AP 2 this time.
AP 2.
Yes.
Do I have cover? I can't see from
yes,
over
I think
there.
you do.
I do? Okay, well in which case I save, because they do have a 3-up save base.
1
We
kill.
have destroyed 1. Shattering my heart.
The Plasma Receptors are here, finally. And they mean business.
Yeah.
I'm going to be re-rolling these.
That's that.
Because of their bits of
At the
parchment.
moment.
They're important parchment.
Yes, yes.
Fantastic. We do hit you a number of times.
Yes.
We're wounding on 2s.
Okay, so 4 wounds.
And twin linked.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. So 4 wounds at AP 3.
4
wounds at AP 3.
At AP 3. 5+ power field save.
the 3
I fail all
damage.
of them.
A pop.
That Warwalker is riddled with
Yes.
burning plasma.
Yes.
You hear his scream.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do we hear my screams as my hazardous weapon?
Oh,
field?
one of
Yes,
them
we
you
do.
do.
One of them gets very badly
Yeah.
burned.
Yeah. Your arm is plasmid off. in
Such
fact.
is life in the Emperor's service. It is the meat and drink of the Emperor's chosen.
Yes. Well, in death, your duty will end.
The second unit of Plasma Interceptors pour it into the Guardians in the centre, slaying 4 of them. The Chief Librarian of the Ultramarines unleashed the storm of the Emperor's wrath, wrathfully blowing off the heads of 2 Guardians.
My spirit stone!
The Terminators, despite the awesome nature of their arrival, do very little, slaying only a meagre 2 Guardians. Very poor for Brothers of the First.
Alas, my fade back move now also kicks in for free on the Guardians, and I actually get a 4 + 1 for a 5, meaning that they're now out of charge range of the Terminators.
It's eradication time. Via melter rifles.
Yeah.
Into those 2 Warwalkers.
Yeah, it might not end well for me.
It's worth noting, dear viewer, that there are 2 units there.
Yes.
So it's the one which is closer towards me, which is going to fire first.
Yeah.
Bang! Okay, I do get to re-roll this because apparently they get to re-roll everything, which is quite nice. It makes no difference. I'm wounding you on 3s.
Yeah.
I'm wounding you on 3s, re-rolling that as well. Oh dear, that's a disappointing initial gambit. That is AP 4.
Right, I've got my power field 5+ invulnerable save. Oh, I made it. I'm surviving.
Move swiftly onto the second unit of Eradicators who have yet to live up to their name.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm re-rolling both of these because of my... What is the rule? It's called
Total obliteration!
It's not total.
Oh,
It's
only 1 hit. This is incredible.
This is a whiffle. I do manage to win you that AP 4.
Power field. It does go through it.
Okay, D6 damage.
D6.
That
is enough to destroy 1.
Okay, so I won't re-roll that because that would be silly.
No,
But I
don't
can
do
do
that.
that. I can do that.
I've not been rolling to blow these up, by the way, because they don't actually have deadly demise, these Warwalkers.
Do they not?
No, so he just sort of crumples into a heap.
Yes.
Spindly heap. It's
Yes.
like you're like a straw man.
Yeah, they walk quietly off.
Yes.
Through meadows.
Into the night.
the night.
Or the Elysian fields.
Off you go
Yeah,
then.
goodbye. Thanks. It's a great chat. I'm going to spend a battle focus token now for the surviving Warwalker, and I rolled a 6, so I can move as far as I want. So I'm just going to hide him here, and he's behind the LOS block here, so he cannot be shot by the Hellblasters or the Invictor.
The Impulsor and the Hellblasters on board unleashed a torrent of fire into the Guardians, but incredibly only slew 4 of the Aeldari.
It was pretty unlucky, and that said, I used my free fade back ability, which I've rolled up a 4/4, and I'm going to move this unit back now to increase the charge of Malum and also protect my Warwalker.
The charge phase, Malum Kado, spitting venom and oaths of loathing at the Aeldari, makes a big charge. He's getting in on the 7. He's just in.
Perfect.
Excellent.
That's including the -2 with the Warlock guys. Yeah.
The Invictor has a 9-inch charge,
Yes,
including
including
the
the
-2.
-2.
Not in,
He is
unfortunately.
not.
That's
He's
fine.
not, but
I'm sure Kado is. Over here, Artemis and his Assault Intercessors.
Yep.
They're in.
they
No
get-
problem at all. Here we go.
All right.
Rip and tear. Captain Artemis.
Yes.
So with, you usually get to do that, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So with the Honour Vermin, he's doing 9 attacks with his chainsword. He's also going to honour the chapter, so he's going to get an extra pip of AP.
Got it.
And additional strength
Awesome.
as well. Okay, so he's hitting on 2s. Oh, he's piling in. He does drop 3 of those.
Okay,
That's
okay.
fine.
He's
He's
still
a
got
whirling dervish.
Plenty of attacks.
He does still have plenty of attacks.
And then wounding on 2s.
And wounding on
That's right.
2s as well. I do drop another 2. So that's 4 AP2.
4 at AP2. You got it. Okay, AP2.
Yep.
6 up saves. I make 1, so you cut in half 3 of the Guardians.
The Assault Intercessors barrel in between Hammer of Wrath and many chainsword sweeps. They slay all of the Guardians and leave the D-Cannon on a wound, leaving just the Warlock standing there looking slightly bewildered. Ugh. Now, Lawrence, you struck me back with your Witchblade. And unfortunately, you
Cut one of the Marines' heads
killed
off.
one of my jetpack
Brutal.
men. Well, Malum Kado hears this beleaguered brother's cry for help over the Vox, and it only enrages him even more.
Okay.
My chainsword, combat blades. Well, he hits you all the time, so that is sustained.
Well, that's beautiful.
As well, etc.
Very sweet.
3s. Oh no, I dropped some. That's 3 wounds.
Okay.
No AP.
No AP? No AP on a chainsword?
Well, it's paired combat blades.
Oh, it's
you
paired
see.
combat blades. Okay,
Oh.
so I save 1, you kill 2 of those Guardians.
Yes.
There'd be another opportunity to strike you back.
Oh. Well, you hit me back.
I did, and no, I pinged off the Malum Kado's armour.
Yes, excellent.
Yes.
Well, Lawrence, the Ultramarines have arrived in force, and Malum Kado is now in melee, which is the most important thing.
Yes.
I have managed to engage on all fronts for 2 VP, and I did do something overwhelming over here, killing those Warwalkers, knocking them off the objective for 3 VP as well.
I'm going to spend a CP on Cost of Victory again. I'm going to pick up the unit in the middle and regenerate them in the warp. Actually, I might pick up a different unit, maybe this unit over here.
Okay.
I just need to see if I'm in range for that objective with the Warwalker.
Have a think.
I got an interesting draw. So I did actually take off that Guardian unit at the end of the turn because I wanted to keep the points here for this terraformed objective. So I just scored 14 points, holding 3 objectives, including my own, plus 2 for terraforming.
Nice.
I got established locus, which gives me lots of points if I'm in your deployment zone. And I got behind enemy lines, which gives me more points if I'm in your deployment zone.
Good
and I've
draw.
got a unit that I can bring into your deployment zone. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Let us begin by falling back with this Guardian unit away from the insane Malum Kado. I'm going to spend a battle token point on Swift as the Wind, giving this unit a 9-inch move, which is really nice, so that they have some juicy targets. Falling back out of combat, both the Warlock and the D-Cannon move deeper within enemy territory, like so. More movement here, just still staying out of line of sight of those Terminators, but further away from things like Assault Intercessors, while still holding the objective. Central Guardian Squad will just move further into the ruin to ensure that we can all see Tigirius there. All right, this is how it's going down, everyone. The Guardian unit on my home objective, getting the +1 to hit because I'm on an objective, into the Inceptors. And by the way, Eldrad doomed that Inceptor unit, so I'm getting a +1 to wound. Yeah, so I'm hitting on 2s here. Woo! And then I'm wounding on 4s because of that doom.
Evasive maneuvers.
Evasive maneuvers.
Maneuver
Do you feel that the
evasively.
Inceptors are an evasive sort of unit? That old heavy gravis.
No, I think they're too chunky.
Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. I only do
runs
7
there.
wounds at AP -1.
Okay. Okay. -1, you say.
AP -1.
Up! Oh, it's not a bad roll, Lawrence.
Good job.
2 go through.
2 go through, so 1 is still alive on a wound.
Yes.
I like it. Gonna fire the Warwalker next. Twin Bright Lances, or I should say 2 single Bright Lances, point blank into Malum Kado.
Stealth!
1 hit.
Oh, he does dodge 1.
1 wound.
What's the AP?
-3 on a Bright Lance.
6 up! No.
Okay.
You do hurt me.
It's D6 plus 2 damage.
I cannot. I can.
Unfortunately, that's 7 damage. Point blank.
Do I feel pain?
Do you feel pain?
Feel no pain!
Oh, he's slain. Oh, he did
Okay, he's gone back to the continue screen.
Yeah, it's,
Put some money in.
it's now Eldrad and co. All of those destructors from the Conclave into your Inceptors. I've just rolled it up. I've got 25.
Oh, is this really necessary?
Oh, I'm wounding you on 2s actually, because they get +2 strength each as well.
By
And I get +1 to wound from Doom.
Rumba.
Okay, these are all hits. 2s to wound.
I can see some ones.
There's some 1s, that's good for you. Right, I know that is 21 wounds.
Oh.
I see. So you're wounding me on 4s?
No, 2s.
Oh.
Yeah, because they get +2 strength because of the Conclave, and I did +1 wound because of Doom.
Let's get this
You've
over
got
with.
21 wounds. You want to roll my dice?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. There's 21 saves, sir. They're 4 up
Oh.
on that Inceptor squad.
Oh, because that was Torrent, I understand.
Yes, it's Torrent, yes. You want 4 ups.
I do.
Right, right.
I achieve some 4
The
ups.
Inceptors are dead.
Yes?
They're dead, Ed.
Yes.
Ed, they're dead.
I see.
The Star Cannon wielding Warwalker unleashes burning plasma into an Eradicator unit, killing 1 and putting 2 wounds on another. The 3 Guardians and their Defender platform in the center of the battlefield unleash a salvo of shuriken blades into Tigirius, cutting him multiple times, this death by 1,000 cuts.
I should have stayed fighting the Tyranids.
Meanwhile, the Guardians holding the left battlefield objective unleash a salvo into the 2 Inceptors, killing another one of those and putting the final one down to 1 wound. Okay, that is my turn. It was pretty good in terms of the points scoring, and I did kill some tasty things. This unit in the corner that arrived just established the locus in your behind enemy lines. Plus I had a Warlock and a D-Cannon behind enemy lines. So I got behind enemy lines for 4 victory points. I established a locus for 4 victory points. That's 8 victory points as we go into your turn 3.
Ultramarines, turn 3. Malum may be back to the continue screen, and I'm going to have to put in some more change, which I don't have on me, unfortunately. But I've drawn some good cards. Area Denial. You've got quite a lot of stuff, but rather depleted in the centre.
Yeah, it's doable.
It is doable, and also behind enemy lines. The Terminators hopefully will be able to make themselves useful in that regard as well. Oath of Moment target, I am yet to decide.
Okay.
I'll let you know in a second. And I don't think I'm going to engage any doctrines this turn.
Let's walk over this way behind enemy lines, because that's probably all we're good for, because we think we're so important we don't have to go to ballistic training.
This Inceptor on a wound is going to go behind this ruin. Maybe he'll be useful in a later turn, perhaps for sabotage, maybe. Who knows? The Assault Intercessors activate Assault Doctrine, for they are assaulty, and head off towards the centre, hoping to deny the area.
The Invictus
Stomps around, allowing for pivot in front of the other walker, whilst the Hellblaster Impulsor comes in behind.
And at this point, I declare Overwatch with my unit that can do it for 0 CP. Protector of the Paths. The Protector of the Paths was brutal indeed. The D-Cannon and the Bright Lance finding their mark against the Invictor, and with the use of a CP reroll, I managed to destroy it utterly.
Move up, brothers! It says in the Codex Astartes that targets become bigger the closer we get to them. Maybe we'll kill it this time.
Welcome to the shooting phase, what I like to call the eradication phase. I have got an Oath of Moment target now, you'll be pleased to hear. It is the Guardian unit in the centre, with the one with the Warlock in it. I don't like
that one that just overwatched and eradicated your Invictor.
Yes. Nothing.
Because that was horrible.
Nothing personnel.
Yeah.
But let's move over to the Eradicators. They've got some unfinished business.
Okay.
The unit of 3 into that Warwalker. Zap. They do hit you all the times. That's what we want.
Yep.
Wounding you on 3s. We are re-rolling that because of our obliteration protocols. We wound you all of the times.
5 up power field saves.
I understand. Okay.
Well, okay, 2 go through. This should
I have got
mean
melted too.
you're good.
I don't
you
even
destroy
need to reroll
him.
it. Good.
Get some! It worked!
The Impulsor and the Hellblasters assail the Guardians in the center, tearing them asunder with blasts of plasma and lead. The Warlock and the D-Cannon and the Guardians are slain. The Ballistus Dreadnought turns his attention to the diminutive Aeldari to his rear, blasting 5 of them asunder. The Terminators unleash a torrent of fire towards the Guardians in the home defense, slaying 4 of the Aeldari. It's getting better. Artemis and the Assault Intercessors into the center to slay these Aeldari on the central objective. It's a 6-inch charge.
Okay, easy.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to use my captain thing to get a free roll here. Please. Yes, it's a 6.
Oh my goodness.
Thank
Can you imagine?
goodness.
Come
Right.
on, Artemis.
So that's the first thing that we're going to do.
Yeah.
And over here, you'll notice there's an Impulsor. If we can't kill these Warwalkers with guns, well, we'll just ram them. So I'm going to
Makes perfect sense.
tank shock this
Okay.
thing. So I do need to get in first.
Yes.
It's another 6. Just about
Nicely
about
done.
manages it.
Okay.
Oh, goodness, got heart in my mouth here.
You've got a CP for tank shock now?
I do.
Yeah, lovely.
Spending. And I do 1, 2, 3,
He's
4
destroyed,
mortal
sir.
wounds. Bum, bum. Boff.
Ouch, it's got a fire engine. Yeah, we'll put out that fire.
The Assault Intercessors, they've barreled into those Guardians in the center, and between furious chainsword attacks and Hammer of Wrath, those Eldari are, they're so much
Slain.
meat and carapace armor.
Butchered.
So,
Spirit stones crushed.
Yes.
Hopes and dreams
make sure
gone.
you stamp on the Spirit stones. That way, they won't come back. So, that's the end of my turn.
Yeah.
Not bad. I feel like I've punched back quite hard.
I've only got 4 units left.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, a couple of piddly one wound.
I have managed to deny the area quite vociferously.
Yes.
In the centre, and I've also managed to snag behind enemy lines with those Terminators. Yeah. So yes, you're low on assets, but high on points, Lawrence. So let's see if you've got enough.
I'm going to spend a CP to pick a unit up because it is just my thing. So the unit in the corner where you killed 5, I'm going to pick them up. They're going to come back fully healed. Yeah, but brutal stuff. I'm going to try and outscore you now. Let's see what happens. Well, it's my turn. Turn 4, I picked up 2 primary and another 2 for the terraformed objective, because I get that every turn. Marked for death is what I got. What are you marking for death?
Well, the Terminators, it was not a hard choice. The Ballistus, reasonably confident. Everything else was a bit of a challenge, but I think on balance, the Impulsor is probably the right choice.
I think that makes sense. Okay, all right, I've also got Storm Hostile Objective. So you're only holding the 2 objectives, so I either need to take that one back or this one over here.
Yes.
Okay, sweet, let's do it. This Warlock. Ninja runs over here. I shall use a battle focus token to get the +2-inch move here for Eldrad and friends, which is really nice. This Guardian unit here will just shuffle so that we can also see Artemis and friends. The D-Cannon. The first Guardian unit arrives from reserves here, firing at Artemis and friends. I'm going to spend a CP on warding salvos because you're on an objective, so I can also re-roll the wound roll. I'm hitting you on 2s because you're on an objective.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed. Oh, and Doom, by the way, went on the Impulsor from Eldrad. Okay, so a few misses. Right, now to wound you. It's forced to wound.
Okay.
I am re-rolling.
Okay. This is going to hurt a little bit.
It might. It might. Let's have a little look here. Okay. Oh, it could have been a lot worse, to be fair. Right, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wounds, and then I've got a Shuriken Cannon after the fact.
Oh dear.
10 wounds. You are in cover.
Yes, so no AP on this.
No AP.
Okay, 3 ups. Well, that's not a bad roll.
Kills 1.
Kills 1 and 1 on the
another.
wound. Okay.
The Shuriken Cannon.
Yep.
They all hit because I'm hitting you on 2s. And I can re-roll the wound roll. That's 3 wounds. Still effectively no AP.
Okay.
Because,
Now that is important that happened. He's okay.
yes, that's true. Yes, okay. So I've killed 1 and
one
one's lost a wound. Okay,
Right.
nice. The second Guardian unit opens up with another fusillade of Shuriken death, killing 2 more of the Assault Marines, leaving just Artemis and 1 remaining. Both the Warlock around the crates and my home Shuriken Cannon did fire into the Sergeant and Artemis, failing to get the wounds off. Now the D-Cannon will fire into Artemis and
Is that
friends.
really necessary?
Yes. The D3 shots is just the 1. Okay.
Okay.
It's a miss. So there we go. Nothing happens.
You didn't hit me.
No, I didn't. I was going to go for Mark for Death on that Impulsor with Doom, but given Artemis is still alive, I cannot suffer this human to live. So I've just rolled up 24 hits on Artemis and Friends with the...
I'm going to do Armour of Contempt for free.
I understand.
It's right to battle, because
I am wounding you on 3s here.
Okay.
Strength 7.
Oh dear.
Okay. Right. So...
This ignores cover as well.
no, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't.
3,
Okay. Yep.
6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 3-up saves, please.
10.
18? 18.
18?
18.
This is a lot.
18 3-up saves, please.
Okay, here we go. Ha!
18.
I fell.
Oh,
1,
yeah, Artemis
2.
is slain.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6. Unless he's got 7 wounds, Artemis is slain.
Okay.
Constructed death.
Please insert coin
Yeah.
into slot.
Eldrad leads a charge with his warlocks against the Impulsor.
Which Overwatch and a torrent of machine gun rounds do plink a single wound off one of his retinue.
Ouch. And then to charge. Yes! Smash. Well, it was a last-ditch effort. I was trying to get some wounds off and maybe even get lucky and destroy the Impulsor. I failed to do any damage.
The Impulsor failed to do anything back to you as well.
That's true. Yeah. That said, I'm going to discard Marks for Death. I did get Storm Hostile Objective for 4 CP, which is nice because I still have Eldrad and Friends within 3 of the centre. So, with no further ado, it's over to you. Turn 4.
Indeed. It's the bottom of turn 4.
Yeah.
The Ultramarines. I've drawn my cards. They're not terrible.
No.
I quite like them.
Yeah.
I've got marked for death. What would you be marking for death?
All 3 of the Guardian blobs.
That makes sense. They're quite
currently
hardy.
stand. Yes.
They're reasonably hardy. I've also got Assassination, which is pretty good, because I have an Eldrad up my grill.
You do?
And I've got a Hellblaster ready. So I will need to max these and do very well on primary in the next turn or so in order to catch you.
Yeah.
So this turn is all to play for.
Okay.
Hello, you join us at the end of my movement phase. I've moved the Terminators up further into your hinterland to try and bring their guns to bear on those Guardians, the Inceptors joining them as well. I've also moved the Eradicators up to terraform that objective. Now this is the important and exciting bit.
Yeah.
The Hellblasters have dismounted
Yeah.
with their big plasma incinerators from the Impulsor. So you're not actually able to see them, to overwatch them,
No.
but the Impulsor needs to get out of the way.
Yeah, so that you can open them up, which I will now overwatch this Impulsor anyway, because I do still have +1 to wound on it with Doom.
Okay.
Roll up a whopping 28 hits.
Oh my goodness.
4s to wound, with that +1 to wound.
Okay.
You need to take 3, 6,
6.
9,
9.
12, 15 saves, please.
Ooh, I've got
15
He
saves.
does have 11 wounds.
Okay.
This is a -1. isn't it?
-1, yeah.
4 ups. That looks pretty good. So
That's
you've done
great.
2, 3, 4,
5 damage. Okay. 5 damage. It's still alive.
6 wounds remaining.
But now your Hellblasters get to unleash.
They do. Unleash hell. It's Hellblaster time.
Okay, this is it.
There is primary threat spotted.
Yeah.
Okay. It is our Oath of Moment target.
Of course, yeah. Just as well?
Yes. We managed to scribble on the parchment just before we got out of the Impulsor.
Okay.
All right, we drop 3.
So I do have -1 to wound on because the Seer Council's ability is Protect.
Okay, so 3s.
3s.
Okay, I'm re-rolling these.
Okay.
For Oath. Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so 3, 4,
Goes straight onto your invuln, doesn't it?
5, 6, 7, yes. And Eldrad also has it. So I can roll all of these together.
Okay, 2 damage each.
4 up invulnerable saves. I failed 4, which will kill the 4 warlocks, because you were overcharging, weren't you?
I was.
So the warlocks are dead. That gives you assassinate. Oh, do I dare use a CP to deny you it? Yes.
Nice.
Oh no, so you don't kill the warlock unit, there's still one alive in!
Oh no, and to make matters worse, one of them blows himself up.
Oh no!
For the chapter! Final bits of shooting.
Yeah.
So the Inceptor, foolishly, not listening to his brother Captain, fired at the Guardians, which meant that, Lawrence, you could do your fade.
Yeah, you failed to kill me and then I faded back.
And then you faded back.
Out of range of your Terminators.
Yes. What a noob. But the reality is, given their shooting so far, I wouldn't have been able to kill the unit anyway. So
Probably not.
It's not
no.
the end of the world.
You only had a few in range anyway.
Tell you what's great though. I activated assassination protocols on my ballistas and zapped that warlock.
Yeah,
back.
he's slain, so you did get assassinate.
Yes.
Okay, nice work. So you got 5 points there.
5 points for assassination.
But you didn't get marked for death. Would you have kept that?
Yeah, I think I would have kept it.
You would have kept it,
Yeah.
okay. Right, it would be my turn next. I think we're just going to calculate this up, but I suspect maybe you can't catch me now. Right, well, I've drawn Bring It Down and Sabotage. I did have to I did draw Assassinate. I spent one of those CP to redraw, and that's what got me Sabotage. Unfortunately, though, I get all 3 of those objectives in the Terraform.
Yep.
14 more points.
Yes. So even though your board control is slipping away,
Yes.
you are in some critical locations.
Yes.
I think even if I was maxing primary and secondaries from now on, I would struggle to catch you, Lawrence. You infidious Eldar!
Yes, apologies, Ed, but you were on my maiden world, sir. So,
I shouldn't really be here. I haven't got any right to be here.
I don't feel like we've actually done a great job protecting the maiden world. I feel like actually it's like a moral Ultramarine victory because the Aeldari loss has been high, and it looks like that we will lose this battle.
Not sure about the morality.
1 more, 2 more turns, and I've got no Eldari left.
It's interesting to say that because the morality of the Ultramarines so far, I wouldn't say it's been to the highest of standards.
No, it's true. This is my planet, my world.
Yes.
But anyway,
I really enjoyed playing the Eldar.
Yeah.
They're very tricksy. They're really powerful. I kind of like how the Guardians feel.
Yeah.
Like they are all like 1,000 years old.
Yes.
They are just amazing aliens.
Skilled ancient poets and artists taking up weapon and blade against the superhuman warriors.
Yeah, Renaissance
They did quite
men.
well. Yes, they're Renaissance men,
Filthy
exactly.
Xenos!
Well, look, for now, I've been Lawrence. Thank you to Gale Force 9 for the terrain.
Fantastic.
Amazing. Thank you to my opponent, Ed, for representing the Ultramarines this day.
Thank you to Ultramar for giving me all of your G-enhanced warriors for the day.
And thank you to the Astartes...
Servo Skull?
Servo Skull.
Yeah.
Filthy Xenos!
Mr. Bards. We've been Tabletop Tactics. We'll see you in another one very, very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.